say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Some Random Guy Speaks. I'm your host, Tony Love, and I was trying to get over here by 6, but it's okay. And I see people in the chat here. Let me take a look, give some acknowledgments before we get started with the show and things. So let me see here before I put my camera up. Hold on for a minute. All right. So it looks like we have Coconuts Are Real is in the house. We have Angela, the child of God, is in the house, boy. Let me see here. Who else is in the house? We got some of my mods. I'm sure Black Guy 9 will be here. There he is. All right. Black Guy 9 says it's cooking time or cook time or time to cook. There we go. Time to cook. You got that right, you know. Black Guy 9 with the USA, you know. In fact, let me go ahead and put that and stuff. I'll put that right there. Yeah, I'll put that right there. Time to cook. Let's see here. I feel honored to protect it for you. Yep, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Coconuts Are Real. And we got Angela, the child of God. She says, hey, brother, how did I beat you? Oh, man. There we go there. So, yeah, you know what this topic is going to be about, right? Boy, look at that, man. We got those flags up there. You know, they just hate it, don't they? Boy, they just hate it. But that's okay, though. What I'm going to ask you guys to do for the mods and stuff, we got Richard Howie in the house. Shout out to Richard Howie. There's Richard Howie, boy. Great return. There we go, Richard Howie. I appreciate you showing up. We got Stewart 2024 is in the house. And then you see the MAGA caps. Some of these people are members, you know, and things. And like I said, we're going to do a all members, right? Review. Talking about some things that I don't want to talk about in public, you know. And things. However, I appreciate you guys here. I'm gonna put my camera on in a minute. I just want to say real quick, for these excuse me, what happened there? Okay, for these trolls that come into the room, right? We know what they're gonna do. We know what the rules are, right? We're gonna make sure that there is no cussing. We're gonna give them a warning, give them a 10-minute timeout and things, and then after that, if they persist, then you know what to do at this point. But yeah, Because other than that, we got to get the message out and things. So we just can't be blocking and banning anybody. And you guys have been doing great, though. And I appreciate it with the, oh, man, Howie comes in. Yeah, Richard Howie comes in with the super chat for $20. I'm going to read what you have to say here as well. You know I love to read, you know. All right, but that's okay if you didn't say anything either, though. Richard Howie, man, I appreciate you so much, man. Where's my horn at? Hold on for a minute. I got to do it right. There we go. Yep, Richard Howie, man. I'm going to turn my camera on. Man, I appreciate you, though, man, for coming in here and things, man, and doing your thing, though. So you done drop some money down over there. We got to do it more than once, you know, it's $20. You know what I'm saying? That's 4. Right, we got 5, right, we got 6, we got 7, okay, there's 8, yeah, I'm gonna start doing this, 9, and 10, this is from Richard Howie, 11, and that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I just love that sound, man. 19. And last but not least is $20. I appreciate it so much, though, Richard Howie, man. I really do appreciate it. Oh, man, we got here, he got Red Hood. We got Red Hood Beyond, and he said, what's up, Black Guy 9? Man, shout out to you, Red Hood, man. Let me go ahead and give you, he's been coming in the room and things. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And let's see here. Black Guy 9 says, fools will be liberal fools. Richard says, you are a patriot, man. My pleasure. Thank you so much, man. I am a patriot. I love this country, and we are brothers in this country, all of us, brothers and sisters. And, you know, like I said before, there's no other place to go. This is the last frontier, the land of the free, the home of the brave. And I'm always going to push that message. I always loved the military people, the people that have to give their lives for us to have freedom here. And if without you guys in the military, man, we'll probably be like some other country that been conquered and taken over, man. And that's facts, though, too, you know. So we have a lot to be thankful for by being Americans. I'm going to turn my camera on. What is the deal? Hold on, guys. I'm over here just talking. Hold on for a minute. Get my camera on. Get that camera up there. There we go. All right. There I go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Got my camera up there. Looking good. All right. Got the lights and everything. And I appreciate you so much, Richard Howie, man, for that super chat. You guys give Richard Howie a round of applause right there, man, you know. Yeah, because he don't have to do it. Yeah. Let me see. I stopped. Okay. Red Hood said I stopped by when I got a chance. I'm cooking right now, so I'll be back. Okay, that's cool. You're always welcome here, Red Hood. I appreciate you too there, sir. Thank you so much. You know what the topic of today is going to be? What Steve Austin says? He said he's scared of losing the midterms. That's why he had to go back and cry about losing in 2020. Not at all. Not scared at all, though. You know, we went over the polls the other day about CNN. I already talked about this yesterday. The Dems are underwater big time, though, you know. But like I said, we're going to have agitators that's going to come in here because they know that their party is lost, you know, and that's why they're just going to go in here and just try to irritate you guys. So just be on guard on that. Don't allow them to win with your feelings, though. As long as you're not cussing and doing all this other kind of stuff, time them out if they break the rules, you know. But other than that, it's all good. And we're going to get into the topic today, you know what I'm saying? So when they ask the questions, because they don't ask the questions for understanding, they ask the questions, once again, this is about a got you moment. I know got you moments when I see it. So we're not going to buy into that. Remember, they are the ones, right, that are losing on their party. What we are doing, right, because we're doing it so well, you know, the DNC is broke. They're on the verge of being bankrupt. They can't raise enough money for their, you know, whoever that's going to run for president and so forth. And we don't have that problem, you know, because we ran clean books. We've been respectable to everyone and things. We didn't have to do all this stuff. And really what the big Achilles that they lost was the USAID. Remember this slush fund that they created for themselves? Trump has cut off all of the sprickets. I'm talking about to the middleman. They're gone, right? And if you hear this on other, it's all cut off. This the main ones, the main backers is the ones that Trump is working on next to cut off. So it's like a boa constrictor. I said this before. Once Trump and MAGA, right, wrap its tentacles around the deep state and the Dems, the DSA for the Democrat Socialists, when that constrictor, it just started tightening and tightening and tightening. You know how it does, though. Every time it breathes, it tightens more, right? And that's pretty much what it has done, right, to the party on the left. They're not free roaming here, man. They are feeling the pain, ladies and gentlemen. You already heard about Dr. Anthony Fauci, right? He's feeling the pain, right? These people are feeling the pain. Trump is going after them full throttle. Little bit at a time, though. Got that tentacles, the snake wrapped around and just crushing them eventually. And that's what's going to end up happening, right? So other than that, let's go ahead on and get into today's topic and stuff. We're going to be talking about Trump. I'm going to mention a couple of things first, and then we're going to play the video with our president that we all know and love, and that's Donald J. Trump. And I appreciate all of you coming into the room today. I think we got it right here. All right, so again, if you are new here, please hit that subscribe button and the like button. If you like my content, share it with other people, though. Therefore, you don't have to do all the hard work, There's open-minded people in everyone's family and friends, right? And you can share this information, right? And things. So here it is. Once again, it's Tony Love with Some Random Guy Speaks, coming at you with another solo episode. Here it is, guys. Today, we are talking about a major announcement. President Trump just made it at the White House, right? It's called the Freedom Haulers, right? And it's pure American first, man. This is a beautiful thing, man. This is beautiful. The bottom line is this. Get unqualified illegal alien truck drivers off our highways and put proud American veterans behind the wheel, right? For those big rigs instead, man. That's why I say, man, we love the veterans. You guys, Trump loves the veterans. People on the left with low down Dems, they hate America and they hate the veterans, right? But with Trump, we love the veterans. So Trump stood there with the Transportation Secretary, Sean Duffy, right? VA Security, Doug Collins, right? And the industry leaders and laid out a clear, American roads have to be the American roads have been terrorized, ladies and gentlemen, by people who shouldn't have be a driver, right? Commercial truck in the first place, right? Many don't speak English, which is true. No offense to you, Gopinder, but I got to, he got to tell it like it is, right? Many got their license, right? They were never entitled to, right? That's the end now, right? Here's what the administration is clearly already have done. More than 24,000 non-speaking English drivers removed from our roads and over 28,000 commercial vehicle driver licenses that were unlawfully issued to the illegal aliens canceled. This is real action, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we call America first. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do the cooking in a minute. Now comes the replacement plan. Freedom haulers, right? Any veteran who drove heavy vehicles in the military now can skip the redundant road skill test and get their commercial driver's license much faster. That's what I'm talking about. We only want Americans on the highway, man. We only want you to speak English on the highway, They're expanding the window from 1 year after the service of 2 years, right? Here it is. 7 more states just joined the Even Exchange program. I love it, boy. We're going to show the video. Here's the states, ladies and gentlemen, that we're excited about. Give a shout out to Alabama. Alabama, y'all rock with Trump. What's it, Arkansas? You rock with Trump. Beautiful thing. Arkansas, so Alabama, Arkansas. What's the next one? Florida. Florida, ladies and gentlemen. These are deep red states. Indiana. Shout out to Indiana. Red state. Yep. Louisiana. Shout out to you guys as well. Red state, MAGA. We got Maryland here. Then we got Wyoming, you know. Where's that? Laramie, right? Wyoming, cowboy country. Bringing the total of 34 states, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to them. The choice is clear. This is what American First look like, right? We have American veteran truck drivers on the road now. The guys, the men and women that run the backbone of our country, right? Our economy, right? We got to have people that's going to comply with safety, understanding English, right? Not doing all this illegal crap that they were doing, you know, sleeping nasty in trucks, nastying up, no sandals, no shoes and nothing. No, we don't need that stuff. We want people that understand our country, our way, know how to read and understand English and safety protocol, right? Beautiful thing, man. The veterans who never drove heavy trucks in the service, right? There will be accelerated training. We'll be talking a few, or yes, it says we'll be talking a few weeks, right? Not months. The GI Bill can cover a big chunk of the cost. Man, you guys are getting a GI Bill to drive a truck. Oh my goodness, man. Man, Trump has been winning on policy so much, man. It's a beautiful thing, right? And the private industry is stepping up. Warner Trucking, right? Just pledged to hire how many people? 1,400 military veterans, right? And military spouses next year. This is a serious boost to our economy. It shows once again Trump's loyalty to the Americans and to the veterans. Veterans love Trump, right? Every veteran that I know, and I know a lot of them, right? They love the fact that Trump is delivering for them as well as for America, man. This is what I'm talking about. This is what it feels like to be a patriot, right? When we have the red, white, and blue, I just love it. 4th of July is one of my favorite times of year, man. Out of all of them, I mean, don't get me wrong with Christmas, but I'm just saying, 4th of July, it just feels right. Hot dogs, burgers, all the whole deal, grilling, right? For our freedom, our liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, man. Isn't that something? Boy, I get choked up right there. Boy, that's like a hallmark moment, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, these are the good paying jobs, 6-figure possible, right? Benefits, excuse me, flexible schedules, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, these are people who already serve this country, right? Boy, they understand discipline, responsibility, and the American flag, right? Boy, just like Superman, right? Freedom, justice, and the American way, right? That's exactly what it is, though, you know? And our military people are our supermen and superwomen, right? Sean Duffy put it bluntly. Illegals, right? Out, right? This is basically what it is. Sean Duffy is sending a strong message. We want the illegals out of the trucking industry, and we want them out of our country, right? Right? Veterans in, illegals out, right? That's exactly like it is, boy. And that's going to happen. We're going to make it so uncomfortable because all of the benefits, all of the money to these illegal aliens have been cut off. They're going to actually just go ahead and self-deport because now that the well has run dry, there is no place that an illegal alien can go. And even under the table, that's going to be short-lived because if the company And all somebody got to do is drop a dime on them. And for those in President Trump, you guys got to start looking at these small mom and pop shops, right? Because that's where they harvest a lot of illegals, pay them under the table, right? You go from the Asian, Middle Eastern, African, and so forth, you will find them working there, man. It ain't no big secret, right? There you go. You could just do a silent bust, right? And here it is. And we're going to be over here applauding it. Because we want them all out of the country anyway. They don't do America no good. They don't pay into our tax system. And they study just ripping Americans off, taking hard-working Americans' jobs, right? That's what I'm talking about. We will want them out. And we will, right? That's what the whole campaign in 4 words is about. This is what happens when you put America first, ladies and gentlemen. You stop pretending that the border, right, and borders and weak enforcement somehow makes the road safe. See, this is what they talking about. But you stop handing out commercial licenses, right, to people who should not have them, right? And you open the door for men and women who actually defend this nation. I love it, man. The trucking moves, right, America. We talking about food, medicine, supplies. It's all rolls on these highways, right? We need drivers who can trust, right? This is what it is. We need drivers we can trust. We need drivers who speak the language, which is English. Trump dubbed English as the official language of America, nothing else. If you want to excel in America, you must speak English, right? That's exactly what it is. Can't tell you what you do at home, but when you out and about, you got to speak English. Now, the rules have skin in the game, right? Freedom haulers, right, is a common sense. It respects, right, for veterans, and it's another brick in the wall against the chaos for the last few years, right, which caused by these low-down, nasty, disgusting demo rats, right? Demo KKK rats, right? These are the ones, right? The DSA and all the rest of them, right? The progressives, right? Right? This is what it is. So this news is about the announcement, and that's why it matters, man. This is why, man. Put a like down in there. Smash the like button. If you like my content, hit that subscribe button. I can't see who subscribed. However, I can see the numbers go up, man. And this is very, very appreciative. I appreciate it. We're talking about the veteran truck driver benefits, center or faster licensing, training costs, coverage, right? And employer support. Here's a clear breakdown, right, of the main available included updates from Freedom Haulers Initiative announcement as of July. This is today. 30th, 2026, expedited commercial driver license, CDLs, right? If you have the military skill test waivers, boy, this is a beautiful thing. Veterans who have operated heavy military vehicles can skip the CDL road skill test, right? Available in all states. Ooh, boy, ain't that something? Previously limited to within 1 year service, right? Look at this. Now extended to 2 years after leaving active duty under the Freedom Haulers. And that's what the title is. The Freedom Haulers of America, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, don't that just sound good? Freedom. This is why the DMs lose on everything. Trump has been showing America first. They can't match it. They try to battle against it. They talk down, put down, make these snide comments. The only reason they're doing it because they have lost the narrative. They have lost the ear and the heart of the people. Trump has the ear and the heart of the people, but I even heard some of my detractors say, I don't know how y'all listening to this dude. This is an uneducated dude. This guy is lying, right? This guy, they try to do anything to try to derail, but I get more and more and more subscribers. You know why? Because like it is, they know I'm passionate about it because I am for freedom. I am a patriot. And when I want to see when we win, Trump wins, right? And this is what it's about, right? It's something that they can never understand, right? And that's okay. Most of the people in this country understands. We are the majority, right? They are the small minority, right? And you kind of see more people are jumping ship. They like it's just like the Titanic is going slowly sinking. Slowly sinking. They so far underwater with the numbers, and they try to make it sound like Trump is losing because this is propaganda news. You ain't gonna get propaganda news talking about this stuff. We are the news. They are the has-beens, right? Even exchange programs in participating states, now 34, including newly added Alabama and Arkansas, Florida, Indiana, and Louisiana, Maryland, and Wyoming. Qualified veterans can what? Exchange a military license for a civilian CDL and skip both the written acknowledgement test and the skill test. Ain't that a beautiful thing, right? We talking about active duty service members can apply for a commercial learner's permit, CPL or CDL, in the state where they are currently stationed. Boy, it's a beautiful thing. Also for 2 years after service. That's a beautiful thing. We talking about training cost coverage. Like I said before, the GI Bill, post 9/11 and others, covers CDL training at a VA-approved schools, treated as a non-college degree vocational program, right? Pays tuition and fees directly to the schools, usually cover full costs since the CDL programs fall well under the annual cap of roughly $29,000 to $31,000. Also provide a monthly housing allowance, right, based on the school's location while you train. They get the books, supplies, right? Look at this, man. And these are the things that they're going to be getting, benefits and things like that. They're going to be getting these things, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't it a beautiful thing? Is what I'm saying. I'm reading what you guys are seeing right here. Look at this. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. But I'm going to put a pin in that for one moment because I'm going to show Trump giving the speech today. And I think, let's see, like I see Dakota. Oops. I see Dakota in the house. Let's see. Who else do I see? All right. That's Dakota. All right. And Hard Right. Right. Hard Right. Oh, yeah. We got Lou Hawk Hart. Yeah, Lou Hawk Art, man. You know, I still got love for your brother, you know. I still got love for Lou Hawk Art. We brothers, brother. Shake my head. That's all right, Lou Hawk Art, man. You still my brother, though. We still brothers, though. Remember, you know that, you know. So, let me see here. So let's go ahead and show Trump. Hold on for a minute. We got to go ahead and do that. And just letting you guys see. Look at this. This is it right here. So we're going to go and play it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Donald J. Trump.
And I'm proud to be an American.
Hold on, guys. I got to turn it on. I love that song. I love Lee Greenwood, man. Dang, I wish I could play it. Yeah, show some respect for Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Yeah, Trump. Our president, our commander-in-chief. Show respect. There we go. Yep, gotta let the music play out, man. I'm proud to be an American. That's the song they got on here. At least that I can be free. And for the man who died, who fought and died, right? So I can be free. There you go. Let me see here. This is Trump, ladies and gentlemen.
Today.
Oh, yeah, it still got the music. Hold on for a minute. I love that song, though. I do. Let me see here.
Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy is doing a fantastic job. Secretary of Veterans Affairs Doug Collins, likewise, really doing a good job. 92% approval. That's not bad, Doug. You'll get it up a little bit. Acting Secretary of Labor Keith Sonderling, and along with President of Werner Enterprises Nathan Meisker. Thank you very much, Nathan, and representatives from the American Trucking Independent.
Uh-oh.
And we're all behind this 100%. I'm behind it 100%. We got to stop it.
Okay.
Every day you see another story. We're not going to let that happen. That won't happen with our great vets. But above all, thank you to the amazing veterans with us. I mean, they've just been with us from the day they were born, I suspect. They're great patriots, and we love them. And we want to thank UPS.
Hold on for a minute. Is that a Croatian flag up here? We got somebody all the way from Croatia. Are you? Is it? Yeah, that's a Croatian flag, right? I'm pretty much no flag countries. Is that Croatia? What are you doing over here all the way from Croatia? What the? What? Are you from Croatia? Are you a United States born over here but Croatian background? Yeah, that's a Croatian flag, isn't it? If I'm correct, that's Croatian flag. You know, oh man, we over here in America, man, we got the American flag, the red, white, and blue. This ain't Croatia, this is America. Put that American flag up. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go ahead and play the rest of that. Got a Croatian flag up in here.
FedEx and Werner for the job they've done. Thanks as well to the National Commander of AMVETS, Paul Shipley, Chief Operating Officer of the Independence Fund, Doug Ackerman, and the great patriots from the Wounded Warrior Project, American Legion, Blue Star Families, Gary Sinise Foundation, Vietnam Veterans of America, and Paralyzed Veterans of America. We thank you all, and thank you all for being with us. Very special. Thank you, fellas. Thank you, everybody. For many years, American highways and roadways have been terrorized by unqualified illegal aliens dangerously driving big rigs like that. You got to know something to drive. Wow, that sucker is a big one. That's big stuff. But they're you have to have a knowledge, you have to have a talent for it, and these people don't have that. They're driving big rigs, semi-trucks, and tractor trailers, all because radical left maniacs at the state level have issued them commercial driver's licenses, even though they're not entitled to have them. They don't speak the language for the most part. Many of these illegal aliens don't even come close. They don't want to learn the language. They don't care about the language, and they don't speak it. They don't speak English. They cannot read basic road signs. In many cases, they've engaged in reckless driving that has caused many, many preventable deaths, too many to even talk about. Last August, 3 innocent people were killed in Florida when an illegal alien from India made an unlawful U-turn, blocking all the lanes of the highway and causing a catastrophic crash. It was a disaster. Just a few weeks ago, a Pennsylvania state trooper was killed by an illegal alien from Haiti driving a semi-truck. He was let in by Joe Biden and the open border policy of the Biden administration. By the way, today we have the safest border in the history of our country. And I don't even say this usually, but for the last 14 months, because it's almost unbelievable to say, but the media will correct me if I give anything that's even slightly off. As of 14 months, in the last 14 months, 0 illegal aliens were able to come through our southern border. 0. Last year alone, illegal aliens with commercial driver's licenses caused at least 30 deaths and many, many very seriously injured. As president, I made it our official policy to enforce English language requirements for truck drivers and support American truckers on American roadways. We've already removed more than 24,000 non-English speakers from behind the wheel. We've also forced states to cancel more than 28,000 commercial driver's licenses unlawfully issued to illegal aliens. They were given illegally. As we get illegal aliens off the roads today, we're also taking action to replace these unqualified migrant truck drivers with highly qualified American veterans. Under our brand new Freedom Haulers, we call it Freedom Haulers initiative, any American who has driven a heavy truck for our military will automatically be eligible for a commercial driver's license, and it's good-paying jobs too. Any veteran with a heavy vehicle experience from...
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Winters 186, isn't the DNC broke? Yeah, they're broke. Yeah, they're broke in things, though. They steady going down, though. But you got people that's going to push the narrative that MAGA is over. They're only doing this because they're trying to get under MAGA people's skin. people that support Trump, which is simply not true on their end, but this is their last tactic, right? When we take the midterms, and they know it's inevitable, it's going to happen though. Michael Johnson, you may as well just accept it, man. You know, I know what you're doing, but unfortunately it just falls on deaf ears here. Sorry, you know. Well, actually not sorry, but I just got to tell the truth. All right, let's go ahead and play Trump some more.
Military will now be eligible to skip redundant road tests to obtain a commercial driver's licenses. We're going to make it as easy as possible for the veterans within 2 years following their active duty service. And for the veterans where where you have a situation where you have not truck drivers in the military, where you don't have truck drivers, they're going to be given a very quick pass. We're going to teach them. They're going to learn. If they didn't drive a truck in the military, but they're going to learn, and they're going to learn very quickly, and they'll be licensed
This is a beautiful
in a
thing,
matter
ladies
of
and gentlemen.
a few weeks. I think
This is a beautiful thing. This is what America First looks like when it comes down to winning. Once again, something that the left have failed with the American people. They have no policies. All they have is going after Trump, TDS. They have the lies. When they got taken over by the Democratic Socialists, it was like putting a nail in the coffin, though, you know. So therefore, we don't have to get into a debate about who's going to win. It's pretty obvious, though, you know. And like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, every time I show Trump or we talk about policies, it's something on the DM side. You don't hear anything. You don't see anything. They have nothing. They just have empty promises. DNC is broke. They're about on the verge of being bankrupt. The big Titanic ship is sinking down. They're already underwater anyway. They are maybe 20, 30,000 feet underwater already. They won't recover, ladies and gentlemen. So therefore, we don't have to go into the back and forth. All we got to do is that we want to go to the polls. Some of us are already voted early voting, right, to the midterms, right? This is basically what it is. If the Dems like Michael Johnson and these others, if they really had it going on, they wouldn't be in this room. But they're in this room because they're panicked out. They try to get you annoyed, you know, which is not going to work. I'm telling you guys some of the strategies that they try to do. They don't answer questions. They want to bring up their own questions, nitpick, gnaw here, gnaw there. And as I said before, Trump is this great honey badger. You can't get by a honey badger. It's not going to be an easy fight. A honey badger will fight you all the way down to death. That's what they're doing. They don't know how to give up. And basically, this is what Trump is doing right now. He's hitting them, right? It's like the jabs are getting harder now. You know, first they were light jabs, you know, and the DNC have already tired themselves out. They're like those hyenas, right, that have surrounded the honey badger. The honey badger is fighting them off, biting them here, clamping down on there, scratching them here, and that hurt. But you can't hurt no honey badger because he has like this rubbery type of armor, rubbery coat that he actually has, you know. So that's what Trump, you know, no offense, but Trump remind me of that great honey badger, as I said yesterday. And the Dems, the way that they are effective in the past, they have to be grouped lockstep together, right? Just like the jackals, the hyenas, or the wild dogs of Africa, right? And guess who's fighting them all off? It's Trump. Boy, I tell you, man, ain't this something? Look at this.
they're going to take about 3 or 4 weeks of training. 34 states have joined this initiative, including Indiana, Wyoming, Louisiana, Arkansas, Alabama, Florida,
Can
and
we get to
Maryland, who are
100
joining
likes?
us just
That's
today.
all
And many of
matter.
the representatives and leaders from those states are with us. It's actually a very big deal. This is a big deal. We believe that all 50 states and Washington, D.C. should join us in supporting these great veterans. And frankly, some of the states didn't know about it. They heard about it today, and I think they're all going to be signing up. Data shows that truck drivers who are veterans account for 42% fewer accidents. Think of that, 42%. And that number, they say, is a very minimal number, even as they drive the double the number of miles.
Yeah, and I like Nick Shirley and I like Caitlin Bennett, you know. I see you there, Yuppie, you know. I see you there. You know something, man, you know. And yeah, I think Caitlin Bennett, I think these people will make great in the future, 2040, because they can't even deal with them, And I love it with Caitlin Bennett's, her channel. She's out of Florida, though, with her microphone. They can't even handle common sense with Caitlin Bennett. It's a shame. I done seen men and stuff over there. Some of them tried to attack this girl. Not on my watch. If I would have been there, it would not go down. You know what I'm saying? They'd get knocked out. Ain't nobody gonna be over here attacking the woman. But this is how they are. And they come in this room because they know they're losing. That's why we just laughing at them, though, right? Because think about it. If they actually had the upper hand, ladies and gentlemen, they would not be here. But all they have left is to troll. Guess what? President Trump, you got him for 2 more years. And there's some other things, too, where we can still have Trump. We got Deja in the house. Hi, guys. Yeah. We got Deja Porter in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Deja Porter has entered the building. And not only that she's a MAGA Trump supporter, she's also a black MAGA Trump supporter. She let it be known. Boy, it's a beautiful thing, right? And I got many more. You got the ladies and the conservatives. The only thing they have is that they could just go and taunt and be angry, but there's nothing y'all can do. Nothing y'all can do. Did y'all hear about that fool in Wisconsin that had that brewery? This guy said that he was willing to give free beers, right, if someone were to take out our fearless leader. Now, this is what they do. Virtual signal. He couldn't do it, but he wanted to go ahead and petition someone. They took his liquor license from him, as they should. I heard he didn't have it properly anyway, though. So they took his liquor license away, and he should be faced up on some charges as well, though. This is why I'm saying these liberal men are way worse than the women, right? They are worse. Boy, I tell you, these people right here, I'm talking about commies, right? Because they stand with the DSA, the Democratic Socialists of America, right? You don't hear nothing from them. They are sad pieces of crap, man. Really are, man. And that's why I give it to them. We are giving it to them big time. They know they are losing, right? And wait till we get into that with the voter rolls, right? Because some of these states have already given up their voter rolls, let them see who the legals are and everything. And it's just a matter of time, you know what I'm saying? Because we have time on our hands, we have leverage on our hands, and we have a fearless leader that doesn't back down to no one. And that's the thing about it. This is why they hate Trump so much, right? They thought he was going to back off on Iran. He's not. It's just relentless, man. And this is what we need we don't need no wishy-washy president, right? Because like I said, Obama can't hold a candle to Trump. And he will be in those silver bracelets. That's guaranteed, though. That's why I'm not even worried about it, And like I said, I'll be willing to put it on the table money-wise that Obama is going to prison. I mean, to Guantanamo Bay and things, or let's say military tribunal, whichever it is, though. He's going down. We're going to play some more with Trump. It's so good, though, man. Stick around for the haters, though. Hold on for a minute. We got more Trump. Go ahead, Mr. Trump.
Non-veteran drivers.
President Trump. There we go.
To end this, very simply, the radical left wants more jobs for illegal aliens and more migrants in 18-wheelers, and Trump administration wants safer roads and more jobs for the American veteran. Now I'd like to ask a man who's done a fantastic job on this subject and many others, Secretary Duffy, to say a few words, followed by Secretary Collins, Nathan, and a great veteran truck driver, Ricky Washington. And I'll just stand here and watch. Thank you very much. Sean, go ahead.
President, show respect for our president.
Thank you, Mr. President. And to underscore your point, President Biden let in millions of illegals into this country.
Did you hear what he said, Sean Duffy? This is exactly what ended up happening. This is why you guys on the far left have failed. Did you hear what Sean Duffy had to say over the Transportation Administration, right? Biden allowed many illegals to enter into our, America, right? And that's why I was paying tribute yesterday. Lake and Riley Act and all the rest of the stuff. These young women, right, that the left, in fact, hold on for a minute. You know how I got to do this before I'm going to have to put them up here too. Hold on for a minute. I got something for them. The American Save Act. Hold on for a minute. I got something for them. Just wait right there. Hold on for a minute. Because we got to put the girls up. Just give me one moment. Let's see here. Just give me one moment. Got to put the girls up because I want to put it in their face every single day. Every single day. Just give me one moment. I got to show this here. I'm going to let Trump play. I'm going to let Sean Duffy, but I'm going to do something in the background. Just give me one moment.
And he thought it would be a good idea that when they come in, they get a job, and they get a job driving a commercial motor vehicle. They didn't have the training. They didn't have the skill. We didn't do background checks in the last administration, so they could have had a mile-long rap sheet of crimes or drunk driving or speeding violations, but we didn't know who they were. And we saw that when those illegals were driving these big rigs, they were killing American citizens. You're a family that was on the way to Walmart, or you're going to church on a Sunday, you could lose your life on an American road. So because of the president's initiative, he signed an executive order over a year ago. It was the common sense rules of the road. And since you signed that executive order, we all have been working overtime to make sure we take illegals off American roads, and we give those jobs to great Americans, including great American veterans. So that's right. These are great paying jobs. They're anywhere from $80,000 to $100,000+ a year. And it's important because you have men and women who drove big rigs in the military who would then get out and have to go through months-long training for their skills and their knowledge test to drive this vehicle over here. Well, if Secretary Pete Hegseth thinks that you can drive a vehicle like this, Donald Trump and Sean Duffy think that you can drive a vehicle like that. So we have illegals are out, American patriots are in this administration. We've had more people, trucking companies, call us and try to find, how do I hire more veterans? How do I bring the great men and women who serve this country, how do I bring them into my company? So you can go to freedomhaulers.dot.gov to get more information. But we are clearing the deck for you to get a great job in trucking.
America first.
There's a lot of things that the radical left, as you mentioned, get angry about because they're radical. But safety for the American citizenry is bipartisan. This is not a political issue. This is an American issue. Let's make sure American roads are safe. Let's make sure we put great patriots who serve this country on American roads, well-trained, with great skills. And I think this is one of the great legacies of your administration. I am grateful for your leadership, putting America first, American veterans first, American roads first over the illegals who the last administration prioritized. It has been just an honor to work with you, and to me, he's a master class. To see how this president operates, to watch him and learn from him is amazing. So thank you. I appreciate it, Mr. President.
Thank you, Sean and Mr. President. I can't think of anything else that says freedom more in our country than an open road truck and a veteran. Because you have veterans that said one thing, when they raised their right hand, they pledged what others would not do. They said, I will go and do what others will not do. And it is this country, when you told me, and I asked you that question, I said, Mr. President, what do you want me to do? He said, just take care of my veterans. So every day now, since the last year and a half, veterans at the VA are first and only in what we do. In this. So when Sean and I, we heard about this, and we started looking at this, some things that we have done, Mr. President, you're behind this and working to get veterans on the road. I can't think of anything more American. I can't think of anything that puts us first. Instead of the illegals who want to come take jobs, let's put veterans in the seats, making jobs safer and better for all Americans as we go along. Because veterans, look, you proved once you can do it. I know for a fact you can do it every single day. As we look at this Some of the questions has come, the Wild West is over, so what do we do? How do we get our veterans into this? Well, one of the things that I want to emphasize is that we're now not only taking you as veteran, the GI Bill is going to be able to pay for this. You're going to be able to actually get and use the money to go get your CDL license. You're able to get this, and we're going to make it a lot easier and a lot quicker. Like I said, for those of us who've rode in these, this will be a thrill. So we do that. We're going to use the GI Bill. The Dole Act also did something that's really important, and that was the CDL programs.
All right,
It
let
used
me
to take
do
on
this. Joe Mama is in here. Yeah, Joe Mama, I've been watching the chat. I've been knowing what's been going on. In fact, in things. Let me go ahead. Hey, Joe Mama, tell me who's been blocked that shouldn't have been, and I'm going to unblock them. I already got the access to, just give me one moment here. I was kind of waiting for this type of stuff to start happening because I'm already on it, though. Let me see who has been blocked. Let's take a look at it here. All right, let's take a look here. I'm going to go on, pull it on up. Just give me one moment. Okay, let's take a look at it here. Just give me one moment here. All right, let's take a look at it here. Okay. All right, let's take a look at it here. Let's see here. Yeah, Dark City shouldn't have been blocked because I talked to Dark City, man. Why has Dark City been blocked? Did Dark City say anything? Hold on for a minute, because I'm looking and seeing what happened. Tell me why has Dark City been blocked? Let me see here. Did he even say anything? I didn't, because sometimes he come in the chat. Now like I said if a person is cussing and stuff, remember Joe Mama is watching in the background too. He's my eyes when I'm not seeing. I thought I made that clear. Why is Dark City blocked? I'm over here looking at Dark. I don't see. Did Dark City say anything? I'm over here looking right now. I don't see anything. Hold on for a minute. I was just waiting for this because I can actually go in here and unblock. So that's why I'm keeping this up though here, Let me see here. Just trolling. Okay. You said Dark. Let me see. Did Dark City say anything? Because I don't even see. I'm looking here on my channel thing here. I got to look on the other thing. But I saw that he was blocked. Because what people don't really understand and really realize, I unblocked a lot of people from yesterday. Right? Because like I said, I don't mind the trolls coming in here. Nobody should be feeling butthurt about what they say, right? Unless if they're cussing and everything. Right? So that's the thing about it, though. If they're really getting out of line, then we know what to do, right? Let me see here. Joe Mama. Let me see here. You never answer any of us. Yeah. But Captain Howdy, he's a troll. You guys shouldn't be upset. I mean, with these people. He come in here all the time. He does nothing. No content, no policy, anything. Just running their mouth, right? Let me see. I'm already looking right now. Dark City did not do anything but troll a bit. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, guys. It's okay. Right? This is not Santana Jones' channel, right? Let me go and unblock. All right. I got him out of here, though. Okay. There we go. Let me see here. I unblocked him. Let me go and save it. Because remember, I can come back in here and see if a person has been blocked justifiably or not, man. We don't have to do this. We already know what the rules were. I thought we made that clear, guys. Come on now. Which one of y'all blocked him in the first place? We're just getting along so well today, man. Ain't nobody running from these dudes. We have the leverage. We have the upper hand. We should have to be butthurt about these trolls. Come on now. Now, if you can't debate them, that's fine. Jason Beatrice is in the house. Jason, how you doing? Right? Yeah, Jason Beatrice, yeah. We got Joe Mama, not your mama, but Joe Mama. Yeah. Nobody worrying about these people, man. Saul and all them, man. They're going to bring all of them, though. We want all the smoke in here, man. Let the smoke begin. We want all of the smoke because they don't have anything. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Come on, Mod Squad. They don't have anything, right? We have the upper hand. You know, that's what I'm saying. So before I go back to Trump again, man, they come in here with no policies, all delusional. They are the ones butthurt. Do you realize that the DNC is on the verge of being bankrupt? How can you come back from that? Come on now. It's not possible. It's not possible. Now, just go ahead and get down with Trump here and things. But before I go any further, and I want to remind everybody, this is all. Look at what the Dems when they voted for Biden, Kamala Harris. These are the 6 girls by illegals that was killed by illegals, and that's why I'm gonna keep this up, right? Let us never forget, right? It's something that the far left, do not want to talk about, but we got them right here. These girls would have been alive today. They were lackadaisy. They didn't care because it was open borders. And this is why we had people, that one dude that killed Lake and Riley, the girl was only 22 years old. And what about, what's her name right here? I just talking about it. Jocelyn Nugare, you know, she was only 12. The one in the middle on the top is 12 years old. And then for you guys, Captain Howdy and all that, don't you got daughters? Don't you got children? How about you, Michael Johnson? Don't you got a daughter? Huh? Don't you got a daughter? And what about the rest of these trolls? What about you? Don't you got a daughter? Don't you got a little son or a little daughter to go to one of these old elementary schools or whatever? This can actually happen to you. Do you think these people care about who that was? I'm quite certain these people that didn't ask for this to happen. These girls are angel babies now because of the failed Joe Biden policies and Kamala Harris. That's why I keep this up here. They cannot defend this. That's why you notice that they're always changing the rules and talking about other stuff. They won't deal with what's at hand. And that's why I'm going to keep this up, right? This is what they got to answer for. Somebody's daughter, right? Some man, some woman's child. Don't you have children too? Let's take a look at it here, boy. You know, don't they have children too? We already know. Captain Howdy, you know you got kids. Don't you got children too? That's what happened, right? Boy, I tell you, dumbass on the left is too ignorant to know what's going on. Yeah, it's true. It's true. They're too damn ignorant to know what's going on because they have children, right? These are the ones, right? Yep. Oh, yeah, by the way, Steve, he can be banned because, that's okay. That's why I left him up on the block list. Yeah, you got that right. Yeah, Steve, you wasn't here, Joe Mama, though. That's justified, you know. That's okay. I think I did that myself, personally, but that's okay. But, yeah, don't they got children? And Michael Johnson, I know you got children. You probably got a little daughter, too, don't you? Don't you got a daughter, right? This could have been your daughter, right? And all the rest of these detractors. Marcus, don't you got children? Right? Don't you got a little son, little daughter? Right? Right? Come on now. Some of these guys got children in here. Don't you got a little girl? Right? Look at him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't answering because he's a coward. Michael Johnson is a coward too. That's why I keep this up. We ain't got to talk about nothing else. Don't allow these idiots to change the narrative. It's just right here. And some of them do got little girls, little teenage girls or young girls in their 20s, right? That's why I keep this up. And for you to talk, at least Trump has stopped the invasion of this border and you against it, you find yourself that you ain't got no policies that Trump that has that you don't like. That's bull. That's weak. That's garbage, man. That's garbage. It's just straight up, man. Hey, Jasper, don't you got a little son or daughter? Right? That's why we're going to be asking these Dems. They are afraid. Hey, Michael Johnson, right? You ain't going to run from this topic, boy. We ain't going to allow you to run for this conversation. Hold on, I'm going to play Trump in a minute. But I said I'm going to do, only I'm doing this to these guys, showing y'all that they don't have anything. Bring them in, bring them all to the smoke because they can't defend this, right? They can't defend this and they know it. Captain Howdy, I know you got some kids. Probably got a little son. Don't you got a little daughter, right? You little clown you, and you want to go ahead and usher this in. Cowards. Marcus got children. These guys got children, man. And that's why they, look at him, he changing the subject. He talking about everything what I'm talking about. Because these guys are cowards. I'm slapping them in their face. These are little pussies and punks. And that's what I'm saying. You can't be butthurt as a mod. I've been a mod. That's what me and Joe Mama been trying to tell y'all. I've been smacking them in the face all this time, right? Whose skin are they getting under, me or the mods, right? Sound like it's the mods. I'm going to go back on Trump in a minute. I'm explaining and teaching at the same time what they do. If you notice, they have never been on a topic that I've been talking about. This is a weak tactic that they do. And that's why they my little bitches, because I slap them in their face, right? Everybody worrying about these clowns because they're not dealing with what we're talking about here. And I'm going to keep this up. They're going to see this every day. Well, as long as they stay in my room, you're going to see who the six under the Joe Biden administration, Kamala Harris. You're going to look at these girls and you're going to know them by name because I'm going to keep this up every day. Like I used to do with the American flag, it's going to be about these little girls that have come. These little girls, these are angel babies right now, right? Their lives were cut early. And these guys talking this crap and ish. Boy, I tell you, man, we got Scott Norris in the house. Not Chuck Norris, but Scott Norris. Welcome, Scott Norris. Right? That's the thing about it, boy. And we're going to get all these illegal-ass aliens up out of here. Right? If you attack and kill an American, that's going to be death for you. You're going to have death to pay. You understand me? This is a new America. This ain't that wimpy Biden administration, right? And that's for the rest of you. Send that video, man. We're going to ride on y'all bitch-made ass, you know what, right? We're going to ride, right? And we're going to take every last one of y'all down, right? That's what it is. You want to ride with these illegals? You can die with these illegals, right? That's exactly what it is, dog. We ain't taking no prisoners. Brian Reedy, hey, man, thank you, man. Brian Reedy in the house, right? Boy, I tell you, man, the DNC is gone. They're bankrupt practically, right? I'm letting the mods, again, educating you guys. You cannot allow them to get you butthurt. If you can't handle a debate, leave it alone. Wait for them. They're going to start cussing. We're going to put them in an 8-minute timeout. They commence to do it, spam it. We're going to get them out of here. This is how it is, right? Because the Jasper and them, don't worry about these clowns. They ain't talking about what I got up here. This one, I already checkmated them. Enough is said. Let's go ahead and play Trump. All right? Ain't going to stay on this for long. I just want to get that because those are my little, it's getting slapped in the face. Michael Johnson slapped in the face too, and all the rest of them. I slap them in the face virtually because they ain't got nothing for us. All right,
2 years to get in. We're now waiving that to where the CDL and disability, service-connected disabilities, can get in that instead of having to wait the 2 years. So we're actually putting into place what is already there and saying, you know what, we're going to make it easier for our veterans to do this. Our VR&E programs are already ready to train veterans to go take these jobs as we go forward. But as we go forward, let me just emphasize one thing already, Mr. President. 1 in 10 of our truck drivers across the country are veterans already. 1 in 10. Why don't we make it 2 in 10? Why don't we make it 3 in 10? For those who want to get out and serve this country, who want to be the leaders and be the safety experts who drove these, to drive these, will drive us as Americans in the future. We couldn't do this without a great partnership with the cabinet and our partners in the business community as we go forward. But I'm here to also tell you, you can't do it without a president who doesn't look at what can't be, he looks at what can be. And Donald Trump has said when it comes to transportation and safety, first, keeping illegals off the road, but also putting our veterans first, you have a president who not only says it, but he does it. And we're here today to prove it. God bless you.
And that's why these detractors, they come in here and these trolls, they know it. They don't have no leadership. They don't have a party. The DNC on the verge of being bankrupt, right? That's what it is. This is what winning looks like. Trump has been kicking there. You know what, as I said, look at Louis, since January 2025, January 20th, 2025, right? Look at what this is what winning is. This is what a leader looks like, right? This is exactly what it is, right? We don't have to have their permission. We got the advantage. They have the disadvantage. How in the heck can a minority group of people, Dr. Fauci, he's about to get his behind. Can't y'all see it coming after the bigger fish now? right? They went after the pawns. Now they're working their way up to the knights and the rooks and the bishops, right? It's just a matter of time, right? As you see, we are good, ladies and gentlemen. We are good. Go ahead, Trump. Take it away. Or whoever, take it away. There you go.
I would like to thank President Trump for inviting us all here today. It is a profound honor to stand with you here at the White House, along with the brave veterans, the military leaders, and cabinet members, in the same month that we celebrated the 250th anniversary of our great country. If I could take a moment, for those of you that are at a camera and facing this way, there are hundreds of veterans here today. And I feel like we owe it to the veterans who have sacrificed. The saying is that all gave some and some gave all. And I would like to take a moment for all of us to thank the people behind the camera and the men here for their service. As President Trump said, I am Nathan Maiskeier. I'm the president of Werner Enterprises. Werner is one of America's largest, safest, and most successful transportation companies. This year, Werner proudly celebrates 7 decades of keeping the American economy moving. And after all, 75% of all freight in America moves by a truck. At Werner, 15% of our 14,000 associates nationwide are veterans and military spouses, a statistic that we're proud of. Today, I am proud to announce a new strategic initiative for our company. In tandem with the Trump administration's Freedom Haulers program, Werner Enterprises is officially committing to hire 1,400 veterans in the coming year. This administration's Freedom Haulers campaign will have a direct and powerful impact on our ability to bring even more veterans into our workforce and into this great trucking economy. Cutting through red tape and translating a veteran's military driving experience directly into a civilian commercial driver's license. Veterans at Werner often move up the ranks into roles as driver leaders, and many serve as premier road team captains, mentoring the next generation of drivers and representing the absolute best of American trucking. We should all commit to ensure that every veteran returning home is met not just with handshakes and hugs and applause, but real opportunities to lead, drive, and succeed. Thank you again to President Trump and all of the members of the Trump administration who support our heroes and these pro-veteran initiatives. May God bless our veterans, may God bless our leaders, and may God bless America. Thank you.
My fellow Americans, Mr. President, and distinguished guests, it is an honor to stand with you today. For 30 years of service, I have the privilege of wearing the uniform of the United States Army and the Army National Guard. Like so many who have answered the call, my service took me through moments of hardships and sacrifices. I reflect on which I carry with me every day. Serving this nation was an honor, but when the time came to take a uniform off, I faced the question veterans confront. How do I continue serving? For me, the answer was on the open road. Transition from military life behind the wheel of a commercial truck has brought a renewed sense of mission for me.
I see you, Coconuts. I'm trying to read. I'm in over here reading while it's been playing. I finally got caught up a little bit. Coconuts are real says Steve is Dark City. Okay. All right, because I remember the name Dark City before. But because I know, okay, all right. You know what to do. I apologize, but like I said, we don't want to be taking out people that's unwarranted and things like that. But yeah, it's all good. Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, though. Thank you. Coconuts are real. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Veterans make exceptional truck drivers because they have the core values of the military aligned seamlessly with the trucking industry. We're disciplined, we are vigilant, we're adaptable, and with an unwaverable commitment to getting the job done safely and on time. The trucking industry is more than just a sector of our economy. It is its backbone of our commerce. It is a place where service members, veterans, military spouse can find a purpose a community in a way.
Let me just address here real quick here. Michael Johnson, I'm reading him right now. You ain't calling nobody out. Use a little, you know what's a bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's what you are. Because you won't even acknowledge these girls, though. That's why I'm coming after you and all the rest of you trolls so hard. Because you tried to change the narrative. You always do. You run for real topics, and you want to bring up here and run. Like, who the hell you think you are? You don't even get the right, let alone. Who are you? You talking about stuff that I'm talking about, real stuff. If you got a problem with it, because obviously you do. You know, because I can tell that I'm already got up under your collar. You crashing out already, probably, because it doesn't make any sense. For if I'm so much of low IQ and all this, why you over here in my room? You come here quite often. I'm just asking one simple question, right? Because you're not changing nothing. It just shows how much of a coward you are, because you won't even acknowledge these girls. This happened under Biden, sir. And you won't even acknowledge it. This is why you, old timer, I go right down the list, you know, the dude, Steve, and all the rest of them, all Jasper, all the rest of you guys, right? You guys are cowards. You don't answer questions, and you are the most feminine men I have ever interacted with. This is why the room don't see you as a man. We see you less of a man. Some wannabe man, and nobody ain't never been afraid of no liberal man, right? That's the thing about it, though. And don't leave out Captain Howdy, too, right? We go right down the list, though. Yeah, you right here because you ain't got no life. That's why you here. If you had a life and had a wife and other things, you wouldn't be in this room. You're probably some incel dude, you know what I'm saying? That's probably what it is. These old incels that sit up over here, and he just look at him, man. He's a moron. He's sitting on my channel talking crap, and he hasn't answered one topic. This is how much of he's afraid of me. Not one. They're afraid. Oh my goodness, they're afraid. Why would I have the leverage, sir. You do not. You come on here with these burnout channels. Who is the coward? That's why I called you out. You guys are cowards to me. You guys are little trying to be like me. You can't. My voice way heavy, and you don't. You just over here typing, trying to be a keyboard warrior. You are nothing to me, right? I wouldn't even waste my time in a room doing this. That's why I know you ain't got no life. Ain't that something, guys, that call these clowns out, man? We're going to finish playing Trump, right? And you're going to acknowledge these girls that's up here, though, right? Because it was your party, your administration, right? You fell down on the job, right? What man that don't acknowledge these girls, right? Look at them running. You run for yeah, you the coward because you run from topics. You are running, right? Everybody see you're running, sir. You're running. All of y'all running. Captain Howie running. You guys are runners. You don't want to deal with the real. Jasper is running. These are cowards, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to tell the mods, they've been exposed. They run from topics, run from debates, right? That's what they do. They haven't said one thing, right, that was really had any type of high IQ intelligence. It's all lowbrow stuff. Low intelligence, low IQ at best, man. That's why I'm saying, I'm clowning them while I'm saying this, ladies and gentlemen, because they don't have anything. They don't even want to acknowledge this. All the stuff that Trump doing, though, this will be my last time addressing these guys. And like I said, if you step out of line with the cussing or anything else, my mods are already you already in their crosshairs. And that's for all of you. They will block every account that you actually come up with. Right? If you get out of line and you know better, right? This is my channel, not yours, right? So I double dare you. Say one swear word or racist word and you gone. Say it. I double dare you. I double dare you. Show me how much of a man you really are. How big of a boy are you? Right? Let's go ahead and get down to it. I bet you won't do it. I bet you did that. Shut the fuck up, Chad. And get him out of here, Now get him out of here. He just said the bitch word. Sorry, you're gone. Right? Just like that. And I'm actually scrolling down here too before we play back with Trump. We're going to go, this is, hey, like I said before, this is get right day to day, right? We are so far ahead with their midterms and stuff like that. See, that's the thing about it. Say it. I double dare you. Say a swear word, cuss word, and you're gone. Say it. Come on now. Let them give them something so that way they can mind. Come on now. Don't be afraid now. Come on now. Come on, Cletus. What you waiting on? Oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? Please go back playing Trump. We all love to hear it. Okay, I'm going to go and play it right now. All right, here we go. We go and play it.
Continue keeping our great nation moving forward. Thank you, Mr. President. God bless our service members and their family, and God bless the United States of America.
Yeah, I really appreciate you saying, Kilo said, I respect your channel. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's all I'm asking for these people on the left. Respect my channel. That's all I've ever asked for, right? I don't go on their spaces disrespecting them, and I'm not going to allow them to come over here and disrespect you, me, or anybody else. Go ahead. They know better.
Anybody like to say anything?
Yep, they know better.
I just want to thank everybody for being here. This is going to be a big day for our wonderful patriots, our great veterans. They're going to produce like.
Let me say one more thing. You know, here's the thing about it though. You guys don't get the chance to the trolls and all don't get a chance to ask no questions no more. Those days are done. You're going to deal with what we got going on. I'm going to do asking the question around here. You understand? I'm going to be doing it, right? And then if you don't do it, I'm going to take it as disrespect, okay? That's right, right? This is a new day. You're going to be answering the questions that I have answered, that I'm asking. And the question is why is these 6 girls, right, that ended up being taken far too soon under the Biden administration? Let's go. This is the only question that we're going to be dealing with the rest of the night. How you like that, right? That I don't want to hear any other questions, though, right? It's going to be these questions, right? That's what it's going to be. You're going to be dealing with this, right, is what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and play the video.
Nobody else can produce, and thank you very much. And I want to thank you and especially all those people you're going to be hiring, but I know a lot of your competitors are also doing the same thing, so it's going to be really fantastic. Sean, thank you.
And I like your Mace Windu. You know I'm a Star Wars fan, too. Hold on, guys. Just give me one moment and play our fearless leader. I like this. This is Mace Windu. For those that don't know, this is from a Star Wars reference, right? He says that this guy knows what he's talking about. Trump is the best person to run for the United States. You hear that? Let me post it again. He's absolutely correct, man. Smart people know. Only idiots that do not. You know, like Mike Johnson, these guys are idiots right here. You know what I'm saying? But he understands what it is. And I like that lifesaver too, man. That's what's up. You know, idiots like Captain Howdy and these guys are idiots, right? They won't address what we really got going on and talking about, right? That's the thing about it. Let me go ahead and put this up some more here, right? Because right now, you're going to answer my questions in regards to these 6 girls. You see what's going on here. Answer that. You know, don't run, because we know that y'all on the left, they love running. They love running from topics and stuff. Get to running. Get you coward. Get to running. There we go.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you, everybody, for the job you've done very much. Bye. Thank you.
All right, that was Trump, ladies and gentlemen. We have Steep that says disgusting, disgraceful Biden policies. You're absolutely correct about that, man. Steep, yep. Their policies are disgusting. Rob many American taxpayers, right? Allowed illegal aliens by the droves in our country. Actually, and also the low-down demo KKK rats, to show how much they love America so much, they gave the government subsidy programs to illegal aliens, allowed them to vote in our voting process, right? And the list goes on and on and on. They would never want to debate me on this type of stuff because they're cowards, right? They would talk about every other thing. I'm showing you guys that they're the cowards and they've been running. They're afraid of me. They run from me, right, on these topics, right? You ain't, what are you talking about? That's why you gonna deal with what I got going on. This is for the far left and the left, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, you don't hold no leverage in this room or in America. We do. This is the American first policies, and we know our President Trump policies so well. You don't have a policy coming from the Biden administration, which was the worst, right? The worst policies, worse for our country, man. Basement Obama and all. You got to deal with it, and you gonna deal with it right now, boy. Boy, if I had a way, boy, these were my children, I would give them a country, you know what, whooping. That's when you take all the clothes off, take that hickory stick and go to work. Go to work. Go to work, boy, I tell you. Yeah. So this is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. They are the cowards. They run for real topics, real policies, right? Because if Biden is a joke of a president, I don't look at this man as no president when basement Obama been running the whole thing. And that's what they're going to really, there's more and more evidence of that coming out. This auto pen, all of it, right? And then these girls, these are angel babies. Y'all notice that they don't even acknowledge them at all? They will not talk about it. That's why I put it up right here. They run from this. They run it. That's why they cowards. They got their tail between their legs like little jackals. Get to running, right? Get to stepping, right? This is exactly what it is. Look at this. These girls and some of you ladies in here, you better understand which side your bread is buttered, because this could have been your daughter, right? That's what they're not coming up and talking about. I defeat them on these type of topics, and they know it. They don't have no rebuttal, no defense. Look at the room. They'll bring up every other thing. Guess what? I've been on you, right? You don't have nothing for me or in this room. And I'm going to keep this up as a reminder. Yep, as a reminder. Get to stepping, right? There you go. Nobody believe in you, because if you really had a life and had it going on, you would not be in my room. You already run for topics. You don't want to have a debate for real, for real. You's a coward. Every last one of them over there on the far left. I appreciate it, Indigo, with the chat of $1. You know what I'm saying? Coming from, and that's okay. Where my little coin sound at? Hold on for a minute. Y'all know what I like to do with my money thing. There you go. That's $1. And I'm going to post it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, Indigo. Montoya, #1. I appreciate it, though, man. I do. Everything, I do. We got another super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Right? This is what patriotism look like. Standing up for your country and willing to defend it. Right? Not being like these far left cowards that cow down and bow down or whatever. Or some of them are being paid to. Whatever of them left, I don't think they're even being paid no more, man. You know what I'm saying? And Kingo, how does it feel, the black man supporting a guy who, you was a little coward too. You ain't got nothing too. You look like you got children. Don't you got a little son, a little daughter, Kingo? Right? You over here backing Biden policy. And that's why these 6 angel babies, you's a coward too. I bet you won't debate me on this, right? You debate me with these girls. Debate me with the 6 angel babies that come up murder under your policy, under your Biden. You know what I'm saying? What happened? The cat got your tongue? Where you at? Where you at, Kingo? You ain't king or nothing, right? If you were, you wouldn't be, like I said, yep. But extra, here's the thing about it, being a bootlicker, you a coward too. I bet you won't debate it. You's a coward. You ain't gonna debate it. So go ahead and sit down and go back to the ghetto where you belong. This ain't for you, you low IQ ass person, you. You don't think I know? You know what I'm saying? Any of them. I'm calling all of these, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be cool on the cussing. Right? Yep. Look at them. Running like cowards. These are supposed to be men. Look at them. They can't even debate against this. I did this on purpose. I'm going to be putting up other stuff too and watch you see them run. They'll talk about every other thing but dealing with real stuff. because these were daughters of a family, a man or a woman, right? And look at it. One was young as 12, Jocelyn Nugare. And I want them to understand, she was only 12. 12, you a-holes. She was only 12 years old. How you feel now, right? Don't you feel like a piece of S-H-I-T? I'm glad that it is. That's why I'm looking at them. They running from the topic because they cowards. They don't have no defense against this stuff. Look at it. You think that, yeah, that's why y'all going to lose in the midterms. And I'm going to be doing a big special thing. You know how I like to do. I still got it, the fight in me to go after these cowards because they can't debate me. They would say every name in the book, right? Talking about it's not biting fault. Bull crap. And you know it, Anne-Marie, and you got children. Because if that would have happened to your daughter, you will be singing a different tune, and you know it. And you a mother, and I know you a mother. You know what I'm saying. You don't even have the common decency to say how these illegals that came in this country, you ain't spoke out against it. You have, look at them. I'm over here just cooking these fools. These Dems, is this the best y'all have? Are you serious? This is the best you got? Come on now. I'm just over here virtually slapping them in their face because it's not even worth conversation because they don't have anything. Haven't y'all noticed? Low IQ at best. What you want to do, ask the question till you get a gotcha moment. All they do is ask the question. They should be the most intelligent people. They go on every platform asking a question. Your questions, it means nothing here, right? The reality is different here in this room, right? And you're going to address the questions that I ask you because I'm already making you look foolish and look bad. You think I'm upset because you want to do a name-calling thing at Uncle Ruckus? You got to go way further than that. These girls right here, and I know some of you women are mothers, and you're going to deal with it, and the men too, right? This is, look at this, Patrick. The police was defunded. By who? Because it wasn't by Trump. You right about that. It was by the Biden administration. George Soros, right? They allowed them, right? Oh, my goodness. You know? Yeah. I appreciate it, Joe Mama, man. I appreciate you working diligently, man. One day we're going to get together, though, brother. I appreciate you so much, man. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate the rest of my moms as well, you know? Because this is what I'm saying, man. I'm been calling these cowards out. They won't even address these girls. This happened under Joe Biden. Had this would have been under Trump, they'd be over here trying to bury me in this room, right? If this would have been Trump. This happened under Joe Biden. We're talking about 2022, 2024. These girls, these are angel babies right now. You can see the hypocrisy. No, this ain't no distraction, Marianne. We gonna talk, I told you what the rules are. You're gonna deal with what we talking about right now. I'm willing to debate you too. Come on with it. I'm talking about under Joe Biden. We talking about this right here. Not that weak Epstein stuff. We talking about 6 girls, you idiot. And I'm coming after you too. I don't care about you being no female. You's a stupid one because if you would have been smart, you would have acknowledged these girls. You ain't say one thing. This is why we don't rock with you on the left. You are enemies of this country because you would rather stand for a policy that hurts America. It ain't helping America. It's hurting America, right? And you know none of y'all don't have nothing against me. Y'all don't have nothing for me. Facts. Facts. And they know it. That's why they over here derailing, changing the thing, because y'all are cowards on the far left. And Marianne, you a coward too, because you's a mother. I can tell. I can tell. And this is a damn shame. Had this would have been your daughter, you'll be doing a different tune. And that's for the rest of them. Facts. Facts. Talking about cooking. Yeah, we cooking now. Cooking these fools. They ain't got nothing for you. I cook these liberal bastards that come over here talking all this ish. right? You're going to answer my questions. We ain't answering your questions no more. You're going to deal with the reality and the facts of what happened. These girls right here, and let me enlarge it a little bit if I have to. These girls right here, 6 of them right here. You guys see them. This girl in the middle, in the up, Jocelyn Nugare, she was only 12 years old. And see how deranged, you see how the lack of love, they won't even acknowledge this girl. I can't, and not that I can't believe it, Mary Ann talk about Epstein stuff. She wanted to, look at them, they kind of derail from the question. I'm telling you, this is real time here. We got a topic about this, and they want to bring up Epstein stuff. You lost the debate by default. You have one of them. Where's your champions in this room to debate me on this? Where's your champions? Show me your champion. Where are they? They don't have any. And I've been looking in the room. Not one addressed this situation. Not one, right? Not one. And I want to see you, I want to hear you say it, Patrick. Patrick says, Biden, worst president ever. And you got a newborn. And I like that photo. Because as a father, you understand, right? Like many do. I don't know if Marianne have a child or not. Obviously, she may not. But a parent understands that could have been they girls, right? Look at the hypocrisy. They hide, they duck, and they run with the tail between their legs. But Urban, if I sound crazy, debate me, damn it. Come up here and debate me on this topic. And if you deviate one time, I'm gonna boot your behind out here so fast, right? You better talk about, we're gonna debate right now, we're gonna talk about these 6 girls on illegal aliens. Coward. I bet you won't come up here, you coward. That's all you have. You a coward. Hey, get Urban MetaView out of here. He's been spamming too much. Cancel him. Joe Mom, any one of y'all, Black Guy 9, get him out of here. He's spamming too much. He's another coward. See, I don't mind them being blocked. In fact, block him permanently. Because he don't bring anything to the chat. I said I was going to do some cooking, and I'm going to cook these fools right now like never before. I'm going to cook, because we done already got through Biden. Already got through Trump. We listened to him. Yeah, I'm going to cook. That's what people like to see me do. Cook these cowardly-ass trolls that run from real debates. They won't have it with me, right? They know better. They know better. No flex zone. No flex zone. They know better. They know better. They know better. They know better right there. They ain't trying to come in here. They know better. Boy, Captain, these isn't freaking lectures. It's chat. Yeah. Dean Bats. You got that right, Joe Mama. That's what it is, man. These people on the far left, boy, I tell you, Mary Ann should be ashamed of herself. Mary Ann, you should be ashamed of yourself. I invite you to come up here and debate this thing, though. I know you won't do it, right? You are not allowed to talk about nothing but these 6 girls, and that's for the rest of you, right? They know better. They're not going to come up here and do it. They know better. They know better, right? That's all I got to say, MAGA is 80 million and strong, Dana. You're absolutely correct about that, right? Right? Man, yeah, prove it. Show me their voter records. Yeah, that's the thing about it. We want them to show those voter records, those voter rolls, and they will, right? Boy, I tell you, man, this is why I say, man, once you stuck. Mary Ann, just admit it. Stand down while you can. Because like I said, I've been called you out and the rest of them. You's a hypocrite. That's what you are. Because you won't stand and you won't even agree with the 6 girls that was killed by illegal aliens. Right? You really need a country, you know what, whooping. That's where you take all the clothes off and go to work with the switch or the hickory stick. That's what they used to do in the South. Right? And a lot of y'all really need that, really. to put some sense into you. I can tell. The lack of the switch in the belt, I can tell. That's why they act the way they act. That's what it is, right? This is nonsense. They want to talk about other things. You know why? Because they don't have a defense against what's going on over here. And now on in, you know, my child is here laughing at you. But here's the thing, though, Marianne, I'm going to say this to you. You are very blessed to say that, because I guarantee if your daughter was up here on this list, and for you just to say that, it's insensitive to these other women. This is why I know that you ain't shit at all. You ain't nothing. I don't have no respect for a woman or man that will talk this type of stuff, right? You's a coward because you won't debate me. Tell that to you. I hope your daughter is listening, because I've been clowning you the whole time. Then nobody out clown me. You know, you are pathetic. And this is a woman, right? Talking about her daughter here laughing at you. You sound like a 3-year-old. Who is the child and who is the parent? I can't tell. Maybe your daughter may have more sense than you do. At least your daughter would say, shit, he got a point there. Shit, that could have been my ass up here on the photo here. That could have been that dude that came up there and did what he did. What's his name? The dude that came up in there from Venezuela and killed that 12-year-old. That could have been your daughter, right? Huh? That could have been your daughter. You'll be up here singing the sad blues and stuff. This is disrespect to the families of these children, and which you won't even acknowledge. This is how bad it is on them on the left. I can cook these fools easy, but this is what you got, right? They don't have nothing. A nothing burger is what it is, right? Boy, I tell you. Boy, I tell you, though, you know? This is so sad, though. You know? That's what it is. They have, you're right though, Patrick. They have no, I remember you in here before, Patrick. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you. They have no champions. They have no champions. They don't have no leadership, right? They are a ship without a rudder, no type of nuclear or any type of high power engines that gonna direct them to where they gotta go. They're just a rudderless ship. Just like a ghost ship is what the Democrat Party really is, because there's nobody living on the ship. Bunch of dead people, right? That's what they are, about to sink down into the great ocean, because they underwater and they absolutely think that they're going to win the midterms. It's not even possible, right? But I tell you what, though, I done already called many of them out. And not one of them wanted to debate me about these 6 girls that were killed by illegal aliens. And this is sad. These are men and women that are cowards, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's exactly, because this is my room. Heart fan, you're going to do as I say or get out, right? That's how you know. That's how you know. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know? We debating this one right here. 6 girls killed by illegal aliens. That's what we're going to deal with, right? Under the Biden administration. That's what we're going to deal with. Shit, even Lou Hawk Art, we don't agree on everything, but one thing he know, because he probably definitely may have children, you know, a real parent would sympathize. These bastards coming in here, they just, you know what I'm saying? Boy, you're cooking a feast. Yeah, man, John, I'm cooking the feast. I'll be cooking them. I've been looking for this one today. I've been looking for it today, boy. I tell you, man, Since they too cowardly to come up over here, I said, let me get to them. I come down on their level. I deal with their typing and stuff like that. Yeah, Saul, you ain't never had nothing for me. You've been coming in my room. In fact, I even unblocked you so you can come back in here. I could have kept you blocked if I wanted to. But no, I said, I'm going to unblock this dummy. He's been a coward. He's been in my room. He won't even acknowledge any topics that we're talking about. You know why? Because the party don't have a policy, as I said. I did, other day I did a live stream and I buried they behind, ladies and gentlemen. It's one of my other ones. I think it was like 3 days ago. I buried they behind with Trump policies that are actually right now, because of Trump policies, we are living better and we are in a better situation right now. There is, look at it, with his policies, right? He had to stop the intruders coming into our country. And had this would have been done under the Biden administration, we would not have seen these 6 girls in this situation right now. And that's what they're not saying. They're not admitting. They're so coward, they're even afraid to even say, they won't say anything. Yeah, policy is jacked up. You know what? He got a point. Joe Biden and them, they did create this because they did not secure the border. Trump told him before he became president. He said, all you got to do is finish the wall, secure the border, keep the illegals out. What did Biden do? He did not finish the wall. He sold the materials that were left, right, because that was their intention, and to allow illegal mass migration that the world have never seen before. And this is why these girls are not here now. And this is one of their blunder policies, right? Look at it. When they shut down the Keystone pipeline, they wanted to increase the new Green Deal, right? This is what they were pushing. They put all type of mandates on electric vehicles that nobody really likes. Let's face it, we still like gasoline engines. This is what powers America. But no, what they did is that they wanted to shut this down. We're talking about crude oil, the refineries, right? Oil, and all the rest of the stuff that how every functioning country operates and works in factories, right? They did this, and you notice the inflation started going up, ladies and gentlemen, all the way up to 9%. They didn't have nothing. It's amazing to me. We had so high inflation. Now, one of these cowards ever addressed that either. And this is why we are winning over here. Look at my likes. This is why they are angry, ladies and gentlemen, and they are cowards because they will not debate any of this. We can go straight down Biden's so-called policies. And one of the worst ones is these girls right here, right? Look at them. And she was 12 years old. All of them are angel babies now because of the failed Biden Kamala Harris thing. This is what we want as a president? No. We don't want no auto pen, basement Obama, all this other kind of stuff. Y'all already see how I rose Obama, right? Oh, my goodness. Boy, look at this. It's just sad, though, ladies and gentlemen, that we have enemies in our country. But one good thing about it, we know who they are, right? We know who they are. Now, what I'm probably going to predict, which is pretty evident, because when we win the midterms, they're going to be up in outrage, right? They're going to come out here. They're going to try, and they're already doing, they're trying to do another COVID thing or whatever. They try to do these things. Always around midterms when they know they're losing. None of this is going to save you. You think you're going to be saved. You think that the Democrats is in there. We're shutting down the cheating apparatus. Therefore, they won't have anything, though. This is why it was so important, right, for the American Save Act. But Trump got some other things up their sleeve. Whether the Save Act goes through or not, Trump got some other things. He could still sign an executive order and shut all this down, call this as a national emergency, right, which it is, because our elections have been compromised from China. That's what people don't understand, right? China and these other countries, right, that have been interfering in our elections, ladies and gentlemen. This is why the Dems don't want you to know this, right? Right? They have been interfering in our elections, right? And this is what they were doing, because Trump should have been the president in 2020, but we already know that it was taken from him by these old radical, right, hating of America. Anytime when elections are actually taken away from the people, there you have it, man. This is when we know that our system of government has failed us, right? This was orchestrated. There's evidence of this stuff coming out, and they know it. That's why they can't debate against this. It's already been put out there. Fauci going to go to jail, right? You know what I'm saying? Right? Yep. So that's what I say, though, man. We expose these people, man. That's the thing about it. You know? Like I said, there's people in here that don't agree. I don't mind Mud Butter. And like I said before, Mud Butter 22, Mud Butters 22, We have seen him on every other platform. Now, this is a professional troll, right? He knows how to stay within the rules of the chat without being kicked out and booted. But he's a professional. I've seen him on several other platforms that are conservative. You know what I'm saying? Yep. That's the thing, though. But like I said, he seems to understand the trolling better than some of the other ones over here, right? Right? That's the thing. Boy. But let me see, show you guys this, though, man, too. Hold on for one moment. I got something else to show again because I showed it before. And I appreciate all my mods tonight. This has been a great stream today. When I know y'all always like it when I cook. I had to get these trolls, man. I had to really get them. I had to get them today, man, because they're cowards and they won't debate on real topics, real conversation. You ain't going to be asking no more questions to me about debating nothing. Those days are gone. You can thank your other people for messing it up for you. That's all I got to say. You know, there that is. And I'm dead ass about that too. Now let's go ahead and show this too. Keep the girls up here because they're going to always be remembered. You know, let me see here. Let me put myself, where am I going to put myself at? I'll just put myself up here right now. But here it is. This is George Soros, Mr. Krusty himself. And I just want them to, this is, let's see here. Dark money to anti-Semitic groups. You know, we have defund the police, the ADL, right? We have the left-wing, protesters, radical protesters, lawfare. Here it is right here. Isn't that what Trump has been experiencing against? We also have the open borders by this man here. We also have the Democrat Party that's ran by this man here and others. This is it right here. You got Hamas with the swastika flag up here. Look at this. This is them. This is them in a nutshell. You think because he's Jewish, that's even, this guy here don't give a damn, right? This guy here is one of our, this dude right here, this is one of the funders. Trump and his administration and the Patriots called him out because before he was a hitting. He was like Darth Sidious of Star Wars. If you guys remember who's Darth Hideous, I call it Darth Hideous, right? So Darth Hideous, right? This is what he would be, cloaked and all. Nobody really knew that Darth Hideous was one of the ones that was running it. Him, you know, and other people above his pay grade, right? Look at it. Boy, I tell you, man, this dude right here, right? Look at him. This dude is actually saying,
"That time has come. Execute Order 66.
Any Star Wars fan understand execute Order 66. That's where the stormtroopers come out and they just go ham on a Jedi and kill a lot of them, right? And that's what he'd have done. And for your Star Wars fans, y'all know who Darth Hideous is, right? And this is this dude here. He's one of them, right? This is a Sith Lord here. And these are the people that he funds. These are the puppets right here. You guys are seeing it. They won't debate this stuff. They can't. They can't. Only thing they can do is deflect and derail, but they can't debate. Right? They just can't. Look at this. I'm going to keep this up as well, too. How you like that over here on the left? Look at you. DSA and all the rest of that. Look at you. We saving the country, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't it feel good? You know? And Marianne, like I told you before, see how she just deflects? You won't even acknowledge these girls. That's how much of a sad coward you are. I hope your daughter is watching to see how coward, because that could be your daughter up here right now, Marianne. You have been crying and weeping just like these women, these young girls, right? What would you say to their parents, Marianne? I'll wait. I'll wait, Marianne. I'm asking you another question. What do you have to say for these girls that are not here no more, these angel babies? I'll wait for you, though, Marianne. Come on now, I'll bite. Come on, Cletus, what you got to say for these girls' parents? Come on, let's hear it. I'm just waiting. Come on, I'm waiting. Come on. This is pitiful. She can fix her mouth and talk about this other stuff. What's going on, M. John, man? Yeah, we got M. John over here. Cooking as I normally do. Right? Cooking as I normally do. Right? Yeah, I like what Henry said. He said all the shooters in America were LGBT cult Democrats. You're absolutely correct. That's why we call them trans Tifa. Ain't no Antifa, it's trans Tifa. These are weak milquetoast men and women that are so cowardly. That's why they got to hide their face. Marianne, I hope that Marianne, you have really disgraced. You mean for a woman, you would think that a woman would have. I mean, for her anyway, because she's a woman. You know, she could be a man, but I'm just saying. You would think if she is a woman, she would actually say, you know what, Tony got a point, right? Because that could have been my daughter up here, and we would be singing the sad songs and flower bringing and choir singing and all the rest of this stuff, right? I mean, it's true. It's true. You know? Right? This is exactly what it is. They will not come up here and debate any of this. That's the problem. That's the problem, man. Let's see here. Hector says, Montoya says, every American is MAGA except for Trump and his family and friends. You cannot put me on timeout, moderator. Hey, Hector, I'm going to give you one warning. What did I say about the caps? What did I say about the caps? See, this is a problem right here. You can't even follow straight instructions, right? What's with the caps, man? I can read the regular thing. You ain't got to do the caps, right? But I guess like you said, you want to be timed out. All right. Do you want to be timed out, Hector? You know, I'm just asking the question, would you like to be timed out? Yeah, Dana, they're scared because they can't handle this is real stuff that we're talking about. These 6 girls, that's why I'm going to keep this up, and others that became victims of the failed Biden's and Kamala Harris policies. Remember what Kamala Harris said? Well, I'll do something about the border once I become president. You're the vice president. And you had a man that was in office, cognitive decline, was not capable. You could have enacted the 25th Amendment. You didn't do it because you was a coward, Kamala. That's what happened. The American people deserve better. And she fell down on the job. You think the American people are going to forget that and then she trying to run again? They ain't going to put no money on Kamala Harris. She is done. The only reason they put money on her because they were stuck with her. They weren't allowed to change. They tried to. They were going to try to put somebody else in there other than Kamala. They said, no, you cannot do that. It's illegal. They can't do that. Right? So that's why they were stuck with her, right? Low IQ and all. Afraid of her own shadow, Kamala Harris. I wish you would try to put up here like that one dude talking about her policy. She don't have any. She hasn't done one thing that was great, even in her own community over there in California, right? We already know her policies, all right. Went after minorities groups like black men, 1,500 of them from frivolous marijuana charges and all the rest of the stuff. Yeah, how you like that? Marianne is a dude. I figured that. I figured Marianne was a dude because I know with women, women relate to their little girls and their little boys. I can tell Marianne wasn't no woman. It didn't sound like it. She, it's a dude. You're right though, Black Guy 9, it's a dude. A dude just talking crap. And what type of person that would create a female account? What kind of person is that? Right? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Joe Mama's telling somebody that every illegal have broke the law. You know why? You know Joe Mama said that? Every illegal alien breaks the law. When you don't come through here with the right pathway of citizenship, being allowed to be vetted, You just come on over here illegally? Just because the Biden administration says, okay, it's not. They are all illegal. That's why we call them illegal aliens, right? We call them on their proper name. They are not migrants. There's a difference between a migrant, person that's migrating over here, versus an illegal that have not been vetted, have not gone through the process of or the pathway of citizenship. I can't believe that we have to explain this in 2026. Boy, I tell you, to these morons on the left, ain't that something? Like what Joe Mama said, it's the law, right? It's in our Constitution. You just can't come over here and be all crazy, you know what I'm saying? But this is what they do, man, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all like the cooking hour because I be cooking them, man. This is the thing. They are, look at it, you know what I'm saying? Don't ask no questions. Just deal with what I have going on here for those that are coming in right now. You are not allowed to ask a question. You are not allowed to deflect, right? You are not to compare apples and oranges, right? We are dealing with the 6 girls that were what? Killed by illegal aliens under the Biden and Kamala Harris administration. They are at fault for this, right? This is what it is. And you ain't going to run from this. You're going to deal with it. You're not allowed to run. Because I'm going to make you look bad. When you're going to run, that means you're a coward. You can't defend this. I want you to try. Bring your champion in this room and defend this. Right? We ain't running. Right? Bring your champion in this room to defend this. That's what you got to do. Right? You got to defend this. That's why I say, man, they had these little comments. I'm over here reading them because they're cowards. They're letting you know, I don't have no answers, but I just talk about them. I talk about whatever else. You know? They ask so many questions. They should be the smartest people on the planet, but they're not. They're the dumbest. Talking about the far left radicals that hate our America, hate our country. And we need to round these people up. That's what I would like to do. If it was a way that I would have to round these people up, man, I would, man. I would round them up. Right? I would round them up, man. That's exactly what I would do. Because this don't make any sense. We should not have illegals over here. And for the ones that's over here championing for these illegals, they were out here championing for them in Minnesota. Begging for them to be here, man. This is not, we are seeing what we call treason. They didn't have none of this type of thing with these little girls. They over here champion illegal aliens. You know, the cowards that they are. Can y'all imagine? They were doing this. This is the worst thing that y'all do. This is why y'all won't get by. Y'all can't get by. Y'all don't have nothing for Trump. You don't have nothing for the Patriots because Trump ran a very, very great campaign, and it was called America First. You don't hear the far left. They would never say anything about America First, ever, never. They run for real topics. They won't have the debate. They'll say everything but what's at hand. This is their kryptonite. And I'm going to keep this up. In fact, I'm going to run this from now on in because these girls need to have recognition. They're angel babies now. But you ain't allowed to ask me nothing. But you're going to be dealing with this in tomorrow and the next day and the next day forward. That's what we're going to be dealing with, right? Because I make it my mission so that these girls and many, I'm going to bring up some more girls too that have become victims of these illegals in this country, and the boys too that they don't never talk about, right? Because they are the innocent ones, right? And they don't have nothing. That's why I'm cooking them so damn good right now. They are cooked. They talk about everything but what I'm talking about. But your names you can call and do the name calling, but the racist stuff is not gonna help here. That's dead here. You ain't getting no reaction, you notice? You ain't got no reaction. You're still going to deal with the facts. Once you come down, it's going to be waiting for you tomorrow too. So you're invited to come back in the room, bring your champion to defend Biden's administration, his poor, lousy administration, why these girls are not here no more. And I would love to have their parents up here too, right? They know what it is. This shouldn't have never happened. This is why there was what they call the Laken Riley Act. It was a bill that was passed, right, to law. The Laken Riley Act, right, that was passed because of their failure to protect American citizens on the left. Like I said, guys, it's pretty evident and obvious who we're going to vote for, come next month, which is right around the corner. It's just, we already know. Saul, I cooked you. That's why you are butthurt. When he started calling me dumbass and stuff, I got him. Like I got many of them. Yeah, Dana said Biden really should be in prison. You're absolutely right. Facts as usual. It's just facts, They don't have nothing for me. Red Sox don't have nothing for me. You're racist. That's all they got. They won't deal with what is at hand. Liberals smell like feet. Yeah, nasty, dirty feet. Liberals are just nasty. I'm talking about the far leftist, socialist groups and stuff like that. He said, you hate Hispanics. I said illegals, idiot. That's for anybody. Nobody said nothing about no Hispanics. But like I said, it was one that was from Venezuela that killed that 12-year-old, you idiot. Red Sox, you an idiot. Right? I got friends that are Hispanic, you idiot, and Latino. How you like that, you idiot? Shame on you. Shame on you. Some of these girls, look at them. Some of these girls are Latina, right? What about Elizabeth Medina, you idiot? And she is 16 years old, you asshole. How you like that? Right? How you like that? She's 16. Jocelyn Mugara is 12, you idiot. What are you talking about? You's a moron, man, and a coward. I double dare you to come up here and debate me on this. I double dare you, right? And like I said before, if you change that topic one time, I'm going to kick your butt out of here so fast, you ain't going to have time to know what up is down. And that's for anybody else, right? You change that topic one time, you are out. The debate is over. And if you crash out, you are gone. Just like that. Yeah. Kill many. Look at this. In things, ICE agents kill more, whatever. See, they don't have anything. See, that's what they're going to do. They're going to come up here. ICE. You know what I'm saying? You know what ICE did? No, we ain't talking about ICE. We talking about these girls under Joe Biden and his administration. That's what we dealing with, right? We ain't talking about ICE. ICE is doing their job, and these are patriots, right? Protecting American citizens from illegal aliens that should not have their asses in over here in the first place. That's what you're going to be dealing with. Facts, right? We are patriots. We have taken back America. If you don't like America, get out, right? If you illegal, get out now while you can. Go. Get to stepping. We don't want you here. That's for any of you that are illegal. You got to go. You got to bounce. Get to stepping. We don't want you here. You've been already allowed to sap off of the resources that was allocated for the American people, right? Set aside programs, putting them up with EBT, paying them like $2,500 a month to live in a hotel because they couldn't house them otherwise, to hold up their old phony sanctuary cities. F you in your sanctuary cities, right? They're going down. We don't rock with New York on those sanctuary cities. We don't rock with Chicago for those sanctuary cities and any other. That's what we're saying. We are fed up. And you ain't running jack anything talking about the people on the far left. You're going to deal with it. That's what you're going to do. You want to debate something, it's going to be on his channel, on my rules, and on my footing. That's what it's going to be. And you ain't allowed to change. And if you do it one time, I'll just kick you off. And then I'm going to tell you this. If you want to debate something else, pay me $200. You're going to cash app, not cash out. I got something better. Because I don't deal with cash app. Too many scammer things though, right? But that's how you're going to do. You're going to pay like you weigh, right? And the more that I don't like you, the more you're going to have to pay. Go run and tell that. Find you a backer. Find somebody, right? Now get this step in, you cowards. You far leftist bastards. Yellow belly, no type of backbone at all. You don't even back these girls up. That's a damn shame. I expose you for the coward you are, right? You are anti-American, right? You hate America, right? And that's why I say I shouldn't even be holding back. I can go much worse than I can right now. I can go much worse dealing with these clowns. You ain't trolling me. I'm trolling you. I'm the one that got you hot under the collar. You want to do something? You want to do something? Huh? You the one that's under the collar. You the one that's hot under the collar. And you are coward because you won't debate this. Ain't a man among them, man. This is sad. There ain't a man among them, ladies and gentlemen. We show them every day. Just go back in the corner. That's what you better do, right? That's what it is, though. We don't want to hear nothing that you have to say. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to shut this down and stuff, and I appreciate y'all for coming in here. I've always enjoyed cooking these foods, and I'm going to start cooking them even more because they are cowards. They don't even have the decency to even acknowledge that the people that they voted for, this is why these girls are not here no more. They're angel babies. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of people have children. They have children and they can sympathize with what I'm talking about here. We're talking about these angel babies that their lives were cut short, right? And some of them I got their ages up, and I'm going to come back with them some more ages, and I'm going to keep it up here. This is going to be their shame that they're going to have to deal with for the rest of their lives here, because this could have been avoided. There wasn't no reason at all, unless if you hate America. If you hate America, that's why they brought them in, right? You think that these people love America? They don't. They are haters. That's why they're trying to come in here to my Epstein. They sound like idiots. That's the best you got. Boy, I already won this debate. They lost again. I already won this. This wasn't no debate. These are cowards. That's all they know how to do. It's right. Change the topic. Run like the cowards you are. Run, cowards. Run, right? Like what I said, you ain't running jack anything in this room because I control you better. And like I said, look at them. Look at them. Not a man among them. Not a man among them. That's exactly what it is. Not a man among them, ladies and gentlemen. Not a man among them. Look at him. Yep, look at him. Michael Johnson is a coward. I've been called him out. Look at him. Read them and weep. These are clowns, imbeciles, morons. Look at them. They want to come up in here thinking like you running something. You ain't running nothing. Look at you. You're going to deal with these facts because it's your fault that you voted for this man, and this is what we got. And then many of them backed by this dark, sidious dude right here. Look at him. This is the person that's behind, one of them that's behind all this stuff. Right? Boy, I tell you. Yeah, boy, I tell you, man. This is what's good about me. I love roasting these far left socialist commies, haters of America. So easy to do it, right? Go ahead and roast your butt. You should be ashamed of yourself. Boy, you should shame on yourself, man. Look at him. I got more likes to your dislikes. You ain't got nothing for me. That's the thing about it. And I appreciate everybody for backing your brother up. You know what I'm saying? Boy.
We will make America great again.
That's a beautiful thing, though, and Trump is doing it. What do they have on the left? Nothing but being a victim. How can you vote for a racist? He's an Epstein thing. They always love changing. You ain't going to change nothing. You're going to stay on this topic, and all of us owe something to these girls that were slain. They're angel babies now, and I'm going to be bringing more of them up tomorrow, and I'm going to put those up. And we're going to keep putting them up. And we're going to keep remembering them until you run out of steam and tap out. Right? Because you ain't allowed to talk about nothing but what I say we're going to talk about. That's what that's going to be. You change the subject. You come up here and change the subject. I'm going to bounce your butt right on out of here. And I will do it if I got to do it personally. You know? You don't get no time. You're going to be dealing with this time. We're going to see how many stand-up men and women that they really have when they come up on this channel. I've been over here slapping them in their face all the day with real topics and real things that affect real Americans. And you guys that are smart enough that know it. That's why I say, look at my likes to what they have. They ain't got nothing. They buried, just like the Democratic Party themselves. When we win, we're going to take these midterms, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see to it that I go out there and vote. I'm already picturing already that they don't have nothing or whatever. That's why they got to cheat. We done already stopped that. We shut that cheating mechanism down. The cheating apparatus, though, they will not get help from other countries trying to cheat. They still think they are in the same space that we were in 2020. We shut them down in 2024, remember? Because they were trying to cheat. But we caught it and stopped it. That's why Kamala Harris did not win, right? There were so many votes coming in for Trump. It was too big. They were trying. They were trying to fill up those mail-in ballot stuff, and they were horrified to find out, man. They said, hey, Trump had so many. Do you think that Kamala had 200 some odd anything? They were so bad they had to put something in there and make it not look so bad. You think all those people voted for Kamala Harris? No way. That was from the cheating apparatus, right? And I can't wait till they go in there and investigate that too, which they probably already are. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it, man. This is what it's like when you over here kicking these DMs in their ASS as they should, man. Just slapping them upside the head. Get out of here, man. Ain't nobody listening to you no more. This ain't 2020 no more. This is a new day. We done already rolled on y'all, though. We done flexed on y'all. This is a no flex zone here. Try to flex, you get squashed like a bug. You can't even deal with the topics at hand that I'm even talking about. We ain't answering no more of your questions. You're going to deal with us or you get out of the room. Straight like that, right? That's exactly what it is. I appreciate everyone that have came in here to support the America First, right? We're seeing it, ladies and gentlemen, live here in America, right? Even with the truck drivers that we talked about, the veteran truck drivers, ladies and gentlemen, we are removing so many of these illegals out of here. They ain't gonna be behind the wheel no more. We're gonna deport they behind and get they ASS up on out of here. They should not be driving no semi truck, can't speak English, right? Some of them been here long enough, right? We want them out. And we are going to kick they behind out of here. We only want people here. We want, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, right? We want you to be proficient with English, right? That's going to be the first thing, right? We want you to have a degree, right? You cannot have a criminal record. We don't want no pedos coming over here. You will be vetted. You will be checked out, and you will remain in Mexico until you are clear, right? That's why the remain in Mexico still stand. You were in the old administration, they just let them in until they were so-called checked. You know they weren't checked out. Here, this is a new administration. And here, we have Trump, right, policies. That's why they're angry and mad. Your foot soldiers don't mean nothing. Your trans Tifa don't mean nothing. We got something called the military. If you were to step up, we got the National Guard. You just got these trans Tifa, Trende Alagra, and MS-13. We will see, right? You're going to fuck around and find out. That's good, like you already have, right? Many of them going to end up being in the same situation, right? As those two individuals up there in Minnesota. You know what I'm talking about. And they caused that. They just to their demise, they caused that. So leave law enforcement alone and let them do their work, right? They were justified to protect themselves. And I don't care who don't like it, right? I don't care who don't like it in this room, right? This is a new day. It's called America First, for America's only. We will no longer be the doormat to the world. Go run and tell that, right? We are in charge, right? You are not, right? You just a squirrel in our world, right? That's exactly what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for being a part of Some Random Guy Speaks. Once again, I am your host, Tony Love. I love, but you know what I'm saying, I love trolling the trolls, right? And I also love giving the facts and information in regards to why we are America first. Everything America first. And we're seeing it with the truck drivers, the military, right? That are now they are going to be allotted special to be able to get their commercial CDLs and everything. They can go to and get the GI Bill, stuff that I read earlier, right? Boy, it's a beautiful thing, though. This is what it feels like. We need to have our military, and they're trained combat for some of them, right? And so forth. They have gone through the training for safety. They understand English. They know our culture, right? And that's what we want. We don't want to look like the UK over there, Australia, right? They lost their identity over there. Boy, I tell you, man, and we are not going to allow to be taken over by no Muslim country. This is America, right? And you better act like y'all on the far left. You better act like you better love America. You know, these people don't give a damn about you. And we ain't listening to you no more, right? There it is, though. This is my rules and my channel, right? And you're going to listen and you're going to deal with the topics that I choose. That's what it's going to be, right? If you don't like it, you can always find some other channel. But over here, you ain't running jack nothing, right? And we're going to keep these girls up here before I go. These ladies up here deserve to be acknowledged. What has happened under the failed Joe Biden and Kamala Harris policies, right? This is what it is, right? This is what they were responsible for championing this guy. You don't hear none of them on the left talking about, yeah, the girls. You know, they don't even acknowledge it. Kamala didn't acknowledge it. She did not address these girls at all. It was so weak. You think she went over there and visited these girls? She already knew. Probably would have got cussed out, right? Couldn't have been me. That would have been a daughter of mine, man. Shoot. You would have got cussed out. I don't want to talk to you. You didn't do anything to protect my daughter. You over here just running stuff. Nobody give a damn about first anything. You're the reason why these girls are not here. And you got to wear the shame, the scarlet letter for the rest of your life. This is their policy, their failed policy. And they have many failed policies. None of them help Americans at all, right? They don't know anything about running no country, running the economy. They were the ones, the reason why. Do you understand that? Before I go, Biden hired 87,000 IRS agents to go after who? Middle class and up, right? Shaking down for those taxes. That's how much he cared about America. Trump got rid of those 87,000 IRS agents. Facts, right? That's what they don't want to talk about on the left. I bury them on Trump policies, and they know it. You just dumb. I ain't upset about what they call me. That's why you guys are proving just with the likes and on. This is fire right now, and they are not. That's why they mad as hell. They said, this guy over here hitting truth, right? They won't come up here and debate me. They won't come up here and debate this stuff because they cowards, right? That's why I say, ladies and gentlemen. So therefore, once again, I thank you guys. Man, thank the patriots that come in this channel, that support Trump. And we just show them. We're going to show them with the vote. and things. Let me go ahead and give an applause, though. I appreciate all y'all. Give yourself a round of applause. You guys have made it possible and stuff like my mods, the mod squad, though, you know. And like I said, we got Joe Mama and others, Black Guy 9. We go the whole list. Do I got to do the shout out? Let me do the shout outs before I go. Here's to the mod squad.
I would like to give a shout out to the mod squad, starting with Black Guy 9, Jason Beatrice, that is a member, Brian Reedy, that is a member, Coconuts R's Real, that is a member, Stewart 2004, Texas Jane with her 6 shooters, that is a member, Man USA 1, that is a member, Domish 3332, Denise Farmer,
Yep.
Cheryl Schultz, Dana, Slick Nick 68,
Slick Nick.
not your mama, but your mama, that is a member, Omega,
So excited.
Howard, special
Appreciate you guys,
thanks to
man.
Tanya
That's
Zimmer,
what I'm talking about.
and Paulie's.
Paul, yeah. All right, guys. I got to go. It's Star Spangled Banner time. I see y'all all tomorrow. Thank you for being part of Some Random Guy Speaks. I'm your host, Tony Love, where we cooked them over here on the left, right? We cooked every last one of them. I showed you how I owned all of them. Because if they were about it, they would come up here. They would debate the topics that we're talking about right now. Go ahead, cowards. Sorry, you know. Who? Later, Gators. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Here's for the Star Spangled Banner. Here we go. Hold on for a minute. Got to take down Mr. Krusty. All right, get him on down there. And let's go ahead and put up the Star Spangled Banner. All right, guys. All right. Give me one moment. All right, guys. I'm going to do the Star Spangled Banner. Hold on for a moment. Yeah, we're going to do the Star Spangled Banner and stuff like that. And like I said before, I appreciate you guys, man. I really do. And things, man. They don't even play the Star Spangled Banner, man. This is sad. I'm very patriotic, man. Way over these people, man. I'm way over their head, right? So let's go ahead on and pull this up. Nobody cares about your war, about Iran. We don't care about Epstein. Y'all lost on that too. Y'all thought that was going to be the Achilles heel. You don't have anything. You just sound ridiculous. You have a nothing burger. Dr. Fauci, if he hasn't been, I'm just watching that though. He's going down in flames. Soon it's going to be Obama. And I'm looking forward to the day to see him in those silver bracelets. Big Mike looking to see Obama in silver bracelets, crooked Hillary Clinton, the Clintons, their legacy is going down and they know it. I love it. Oh, it makes me feel so good though, man. Oh my goodness, boy, it makes me feel, I'm just so excited with glee. I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness, I love it. Don't y'all love it too? Boy, I love it so much. I love it. I love it when I stump these DMs. I stump them, right? That's the thing about it, though. They don't want to have no real conversations. Go back into the hole where you belong, right? You have nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourself another round of applause. We will take the midterms. We shut down the cheating apparatus. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's you guys. I'm going to see you. I can get one more like. You put me at 150. We'll go for 200 tomorrow. But I tell you, man, it's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Boy, I tell you, be proud to be an American, man. Let us, right, continue to fight to make America safe, make America wealthy, make America healthy and make America great. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Boy, I tell you. Okay, guys, I'm going to play the Star Spangled Banner. All right, and I appreciate you all, you know what I'm saying, except for the leftist trolls. But other than that, I appreciate you all, man. I really do, though, you know. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put that Star Spangled Banner. I don't rock with no commies, man, at all. You better know what side your bread is buttered on, too. You know, let me go ahead and do this here. Where is my stars? Oh, yeah, there it is. Let me see here. Put my Star Spangled Banner up. Hold on for a minute. Yeah, you guys really, it's a great stream today, man. Let me see, Star Spangled. This is a copyright free, too. She's saying it. This is by a song by Ashley LaRue and things, though, too. And I'm also on Facebook. It's actually called Some Random Guy. Right. I'm on Facebook, too. So if you want to follow me there, you know what I'm saying, you're more welcome to. You know, we're going to build up an audience over there, and I'm going to eventually start streaming over there as well. You can find my channel on Facebook, Some Random Guy, and things. It might be Some Random Guy Speaks, I think. But you can find me over there, you know. Let me see here, copyright free. There we go. Go and pull this up. All right, guys. This is sung by beautiful Ashley LaRue. There we go. Pickleball. Yeah, she sings it so beautifully well. We are showing them America first. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. We're going to drop more fire. Okay, thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes